Hi everybody. So let me tell you what I'm going to do now. The other day I went to the grocery store to get some spinach and I found this lonely, sad artichoke. And I looked at it and I thought, can I resurrect this artichoke? Can I make it a stuffed artichoke? One of the things my mom taught me was to make sure when you're picking artichokes, even though this one looks sad, that it has a round top and that it doesn't have pointed tops. She says the pointed tops aren't as good as the rounded tops. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut this flat on the bottom. That's to start. Then I'm going to cut off the top like this. And let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff inside. So we're going to put that there because I do compost. I have a compost bin in my yard. I'm also going to grab my scissors right here. And I'm going to, first I might peel off some of these dry ones. So no reason to keep those. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut off all of the tips of these artichokes. I don't know how many of you really like stuffed artichokes, but that was one of my favorite things my mom made. She made great stuffed artichokes. And I think I'd come a pretty close second. This one's not any good. All right. So you're gonna snip all these all the way down. Let me tell you something. Even if this artichoke isn't as tender as I want it to be, I will enjoy, and so will my sensory taste buds will enjoy just the flavors that go into stuffed artichokes. So I'll be eating a lot of breadcrumbs and cheese and garlic, but that's okay. It's all good. All right, so in order for this to get opened up, now this is, like I said, a technique that I've created some of my own and I've watched my mother. I'm now putting it into a pan with some water in it, actually cold water, hoping to rejuvenate it a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to get everything else ready that I need. All right, so I need breadcrumbs. I only have pancos. Okay, that's what we're using, and I'm gonna probably use just about a cup of panko breadcrumbs. And let's see, I definitely have to go back to this crazy cheese. So I'm going to put maybe a quarter of a cup of cheese in here. Got a big clump. Break that up, okay? And then I'm going to use some fresh garlic, which I did not grab. Okay, did not mise en place everything here. Get some fresh garlic, my little container that my granddaughters gave me for my garlic, which is amazing how it works so well. So I think two cloves of garlic, maybe one, this one big one, since it's only one artichoke. So I'm going to take a little piece of the ends off, like so. Get rid of this. Try to loosen up my skin. Not wanting to come off very easily. There it goes. All right. And then I'm going to slice my garlic. Actually, I will mince it, but I first slice it down the middle. I don't know if you can see me doing this. And then I don't go all the way to the end, and then I cut through the sides, and then I go into my minced mode. And this usually does it. Nice and fine. There you go. And I might give it a few more chops. Just roll that off. Okay. That looks good. Throw that in. Can't get enough garlic these days. It'll keep you healthy. That's what the Italians used to tell me, or my grandmother used to say. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of this parsley, which has been washed. I just keep it in its full state. Chop off some of that. And put this in. Okay. And then all we need is a little bit of salt and pepper, which I have right here. Some salt. And a little bit of black pepper, fresh ground black pepper. All right, And then I'm gonna mix this around like this. All right, so this should be my seasoning for my stuffed artichoke. And I'm just gonna really, the reason I massage it is to get all the flavors incorporating together. I mean, actually, just by doing this, I could smell, get the oils loosened up from the parsley. I could smell the garlic getting more involved in the mixture. Oh yeah, good, it's gonna taste delish. Okay, now I'm gonna take my artichoke out. I'm gonna first pull it apart like this. Oh my gosh, just putting it in that water for a little bit of time has really helped me out here. And then I'll push it down on the table like this, or on my board. And now I'm just gonna fill this little lovely. So I will start in the middle, and then I'll start spreading out my leaves, sticking some in between, each one like that. A little bit in there. Some more in here. I mean, this thing is gonna be like 3 times its size by the time I'm done with it. Put some back here. And you know, don't worry if you have extra left over. When I have extra anything left over, I put it in a plastic bag and I stick it in the freezer and mark what it is. I mean, obviously this is not gonna hold up if you just leave it somewhere. It's got garlic in it, which could get bacterial. Breadcrumbs. So like I said, if I have extra of this, I might use this as a topping for maybe some fish one night. So if I have extra, it's not gonna go to waste. Again, I don't think I waste anything. I try to use every single thing I have in some way. And as you can see, I rescued this artichoke from the pile that was probably gonna be thrown out. I don't think people right now during this quarantine and COVID-19 are buying things like artichokes. Maybe not the first thing on their agenda. And people down in Florida, I don't see the locals really eating artichokes. So I think that sometimes they bring these in during the time when all the vacationers are here, because there might be more people that do eat these. All right, I made it. What I had was perfect. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? It's gonna even taste better in the way it looks. I'm gonna put it in this one little pan here, like so. I will add some water to it, but before I do that, if I get some of this off my hands, I'm gonna add my olive oil on it. So I'm gonna pour my olive oil in here. Really, really hope getting it to go in and around and being very generous with my olive oil. Okay, good deal. Now, really the thing that happens here is the steam. So we really want to get a little bit of water in this pan. I could actually use some of this water. It knows it already. It's already been friends with my artichoke. So I'm gonna put in about a good inch of water in that pan. I'm gonna put it on the stove. As always, I'm gonna let it come to a rolling boil. And then I'll turn it down and I'll put the cover on it. And I'll keep an eye on it. It's probably gonna take a good 45 minutes to an hour to cook. But again, you can pull the pieces off and you can test them and you can tell just by how easily they fall off. So I'll be back. Okay, here we go. My water started to boil. I'm going to take it down to a simmer. I like all that steam that's being created in there because that's what's going to cook my artichoke. I'm going to cover it up now and we'll see you in a few. So we are about 15 minutes into this cooking and you can see that it's definitely getting very, very moist. The color of the artichoke is changing to a deeper color. And it's simmering away. Okay, so I don't have a turkey baster. You can use a turkey baster, or you can just use a ladle like I'm doing and take some of the water from the bottom and put it on top of the artichoke. We're almost done. You see how there's just starting to fall away? So just a few more minutes and I think we've got ourselves some yummy artichokes. Okay, I took a couple pieces out of the pan for a taste tester, so let me see how this works. Let's see if they're cooked. Oh yeah, those are good. So, time to turn the stove off and have myself a party. Okay, I am really sorry that you're not here to join me in this delicacy of stuffed artichokes. This takes me way back when we used to go to a place called Armand's too in Elmwood Park, Illinois, and we used to go there and get stuffed artichokes. But I must say, not quite as good as my mom's. So here I go. I'm gonna take another bite. Terribly hot. I'm the worst person for eating hot food, but I'm gonna try it. All right, this artichoke really needed to be rescued. I really need this comfort food today. It's not that hard to do. Try it. Thank you for letting me come into your home again today and you joining me in mine. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Love you all. Ciao, ciao.